revenge. Lin has not lost a single map in the lower bracket. Since he got reverse swept, it's all Lin in the entire competition. This is an amazing matchup that sees a lot of evolution recently. So who takes 4 maps first and joins Happy and Sock on Championship Sunday? We are on Autumn Leaves. This is a Blade Master map. This is also a mirror image map. And this pleases me to see. Lin, in their winner bracket match, had all the wins with the Blade Master, and in the end, he transitioned too fast here a little bit, wasn't that successful anymore. But the more series 1-0 played against the Blade Master, the more success he had. So we'll see what we're gonna have here. Blade Master with the ring. If he plays mirror image, this is good. He can still decide if he wants to harass with a windwalk or if he wants a creeping game with mirror image, which is amazing in the late game. Great, great, great damage, but less map control. 1-0 on the other side. Town portal sold. Skeleton, gloves. Who are you rooting for? 1-0 is making huge steps towards the top of the scene. He's only here in the lower bracket because he lost 3-4 to Happy. A very, very, very close tournament this is. And Lin still hasn't decided. Lin. Definitely would be more hyped to see Lin. Rooting for 1-0 always. Okay. Techs are running, and it is Windwalk. Oh, coil is there. How do you prevent the coil? How do you prevent the steal? I don't think you do. Backstab out of nowhere, but 1-0 taking good precautions. Ooh, that's a big one. That is a big one for 1-0, interrupting the creep route, and for many, many months, Lin's banes of existence were the ghouls. Usually only late game, when you see 14, 16, 18 ghouls flooding your way. Now he got a problem early game already. 2.6. At least he takes a ghoul off of the map. Okay. This feels incredibly oppressive on 1-0 side. Using ghouls this aggressive, this early. Oh, block. Off we go. Solid kill, Lin. Ghouls are a fragile unit, and Lin is getting more and more damage in. Getting good blocks in. Great control. It's either a double kill or a 0 kill.
A player's
he wants to preserve some mana. Ah, Miss Micro! Didn't send the Headhunter into the base, and then it's a kill. And it's 1 kill. That's the answer. It's nothing that I said. Anyway, Lin is arriving on tier 2, goes straight into tier 3, and that's the same thing that 1-0 is doing as well. Tier 2 is really not interesting for both of the races in this matchup. But I've rarely seen a DK play like this. Still, Lin getting a last hit here, getting a better and better inventory, especially in tankiness. Which, I say it again and again, is benefiting mirror image a lot. But it doesn't seem like Lin is willing to go that route. But there's still room for a Tome of Retraining. WC3 to follow this up. On the other side, Lich plus Slaughterhouse. And this means no Dark Ranger, despite seeing Headhunters. There's a lot of shenanigans between top undeads and top orcs these days. You try to lure the undead into a Dark Ranger, so you can't go Lich Alchemist, that you settle for a tri-hero combo in the middle of the game. I think that's what Lin wanted to bait out of 1-2-0 with the Headhunters. And now it's a bit of a question, what do you do with these beasteries? Is it Wyvern still? Yes. Okay, then, once the Wyvern are up, 1-2-0 will set for an Alchemist, otherwise Wyvern seem to be uncounterable. And then you can pivot back into Headhunters with the TC. It's a lot of mind games here. And especially your scouting game has to be on point. Wyvern, always good, especially in a creeping phase. Lin couldn't really play the Shadow Hunter as much as he wanted to. But maybe now, with the help of creeps, with the help of the blade. Not too much damage boost though, going for a Hex again. But this will at most drain some coils, or wouldn't it? There it is. Is this the last one? Not even. He's spending his entire mana pool on hexes. In the meantime, the Wyvern destroys skeletons. That's all right. And nobody gets the big prize from the mercenary camp.
A player's forces are under attack.
Relatively tame. This early game. But with double... This is interesting, man. Wyvern while going for the Berserker upgrade. Whatever you want to do, at some point 1-2-0 has to go to the tavern. Lin knows this. Crazy damage output. One of the last coils tried to counter with Nova. No frost armor first. Despite there being a Blade Master is interesting. But Nova maybe too good to creep on that level. As 1-2-0 so far could put out all the fires with coils, losing some pools. Tier 3 up and Venom Spears. And this is the time for 1-2-0 to go to the tavern, and it is a Dark Ranger.
A player's forces are under attack.
Ooh, Dark Ranger third versus Wyvern is really not easy to play. You lack the acid bomb. You lack some damage. Coil, Nova, Invul, Lich, Trap. But I think he's able to fight out here. The creeps are helping 1-2-0. The Blade Master needs healing yesterday. Instead, he's catching a cold. The coil last second by 1-2-0. Absolute banger. We still have an Orc army here. 40-40 food. Who gets the better reinforcements. Creep backstab was way too good for Lin to fight there. And now the Lich has an Invis potion and is safe. It could be a reveal if he still has something at the lab, but he doesn't. What a sick coil. Fight 1-2-0. Reveal! Coil is ready again. There's always, always, always a coil. That was expensive, and 1-2-0 with the lead. And with momentum. Great execution so far on the undead. And Lin got backstabbed hard. Dark Ranger level 2. 3-2-2. This is a very, very, very nice game, and what a promising series this is going to be. Blade Master needs some damage though. Is he under-equipped or what? We get some Wyvern Lame in the base, but there's a Fiend. There is Web. Love that. Still gets a Ghoul, but it's not enough. The base defense is naked. Reinforced defenses coming in a bit. He needs it so bad. The perfect cement. And we're getting a TC. He'll be missing out on Chain Lightning, of course. Next nuke. Wyvern, what are these Wyvern doing here? Losing the game. My man, 1-2-0. Tremendous performance, especially in execution. And Lin, if you gun for these hero kills, you gotta get a hero kill. This was an incredibly disruptive undead early game. Not something we see every day. Early tap out, maybe. Still reasonable? Yeah, I think so. Coil was hitting the blade, would have gone down. Yes, I think that is fine. This is a tough nut to crack for Lin. DK Ghoul aggression. 1-2-0 is coming up with a lot of new builds. And openings. And movements. Whether that's in Mirror or also here versus Orc. Lin's in trouble. This is a 0-5 streak now for 1-2-0. But of course, we're gonna start on loser's choice Lin. And yeah, I didn't really understand that lich pressure. Was it to force all the coils to make 1-2-0 go out of the middle to then claim the middle with Wyvern damage? Is that the idea? But mad respect to 1-2-0. Every coil hit, nothing was prevented, no misses. This was just good Warcraft. Certainly better Warcraft than what Lin was playing, and that what decides the series. But if there's a player who can bounce back from this, it's definitely Lin. But that's the first loss for Lin in the lower bracket. Life wasn't able to take a map. Lawlight wasn't able to take a map. PCG wasn't able to take a map. But this is a different challenger. I said this in the past couple of weeks. It seems like orcs have a lot of puzzle pieces to put together a build. And they're interchangeable. Blade Master Headhunters, Farseer Headhunters, Blade Master Wyvern, Farseer Wyvern, etc., etc. So that path. But the final piece is always missing. The final piece in the orc puzzle always seemed to be missing. And not too sure how to fix this. Nobody is. Seems kinda determined though that the Tauren Bat Rider build is gone. Haven't seen that in a long time. But yeah, I don't have any great advice for Lin. Maybe that hero focus was ambitious. That mid-game hero focus. But there was probably a deeper purpose behind it. The great orc puzzle. Yeah, someone gotta fix that riddle. Someone gotta come up with that, with the solution. And it's gotta be Lin. The other orcs, not original enough. As we're waiting. Ah, game has started. All right. Northern Isles. Of course. Home turf of orcs. And this gotta be Lin's game. If he doesn't win Northern Isles, I have very, very, very little hope. And then it could just be a 4-0. If you don't win Northern Isles as Orc, what are you supposed to win then? You gotta. Turtle Rock? I think Northern Isles is better. Lin was a little unlucky with his items, of course. This is always the case with the Blade Master. Like, you can shine if you get a couple of claw slipper circuits, etc. This was pure defensive. And it kind of feels like this strategy is based around... It's based around fooling the undead in the mid-game. But the more and more and more games these guys plays, the less fooled 1-0 is and the less chance there is. I don't know. 69 seconds and we get the game. Chance for you to use your Prime on this channel to get no ads for the entire month. Not during B Cup, not during Stars War, not during anything else we do. People already sending energy to Lin. Yeah, I might need it. Might need it. Might need it. But both players known to not be at their sharpest in the first map of the game, of the series. Both, by the way, incredibly close in the ELO. Maybe with a good tournament run, 1-0 could surpass Lin in a couple of weeks. In general, of course, Lin. Incredible versus Undead, but it is a little bit on the rough side. 2-3 losses in a row against 1-0. A 0-5 crushing defeat against Happy in the last B-Cup final. Winterraff, thank you for the sub. Sounds like a heck of a deal. Exactly. Game up. Northern Isles it is. Will we still have faith in the Blade Master, or are we switching? With a Farseer, it's sometimes hard to get map control, as there's only one shop. But Lin will know what to do. Lin will know how to adjust. Lin will, on this map, probably get a damn good inventory. Yoo-hoo! I wear back to Warcraft clothes. It's comfortable. Nice! What do you order? The claw! Yes, butt crumbs. We need the claw! Lin bottom left, 1-0. Oh, it's 0-0. That score must be fixed. Did no one tell me? Autumn Leaves is usually a great Blade Master map as well, due to the drops. Didn't necessarily work out this way. Farseer it is. Okay. Usually a first hero switch is a sign of lost faith by Lin. I do kind of understand it though. 1-0 with this early game so heavy on ghouls and the early pressure, the Blade Master couldn't unfold. And here on this map, I think there's fewer avenues, fewer creep routes, and you can't be caught out with the Blade Master like he was on map 1.
A player's forces are under attack.
And it is a ghoul opener. Of course. So, there was the scout acolyte. It didn't see the racks.
A player's forces are under attack.
I'm not sure. It is a late headhunter opening. Could lead 1-0 again into, or not again, but could lead 1-0 into Dark Ranger second. Jogging pants, hoodie, and cap. My dude! Dude, I love the hoodie so much. It's my favorite hoodie.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, classic Fastia harass. Oftentimes a bit hopeless because you can't get last hits. DK, cool, chasing, there you go. And headhunters are coming. But only one rack. So Lin has the option to go for double racks if he sees it's not a Dark Ranger. Or to go into Wyvern. Oh, coil was used. Chance for last hit, maybe. Needs perfection. Doesn't get it. He stole something though. And killed something. So 48 XP isn't the worst. Well played by 1-0. Ooh, this is well played by 1-0. Big question marks when it comes to the second hero, but with the ghouls all moving away to the side and nothing going to the tavern. This might just be a Lich again. TC second! What? What? Headhunter TC. This might be a ghoul kill. It is, but 1-2-0 denies it. Or was it the creeps? I'm not sure. But the hunt is on. Headhunter number 1 wiggles out of the surround. The second one gets blocked by the wolves a little bit. Oops, that could have been a bit cleaner. At least creeping disrupted. Headhunters trickling in, but you need them in high masses. TC double beastery. Have you seen this build before? Is that something I missed in a couple of days where I didn't watch Warcraft? I am incredibly confused.
A player's forces are under attack.
Never seen it. Yeah, me neither. Is this his tier 2 expo again? Oh my god. I hate this strat. He played Blade Master TC in the first 2 games was 1-0. This is different. It is Raiders. Is it seriously just lame? The Headhunter fake didn't work. He's banking on an expo. What a gamble! What a sick gamble! I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. 1-0 goes back to confirm the expo. Ooh, we still didn't see it. Lin also is not showing Raiders, but he shows the expo. Double scout, man. Who double scouts something? It was unclear if there's an expo or not. He is fooled into one of the guards, but it's a trade for a headhunter. It is level 2 as well. Movement speed, of course, fantastic in combination with additional lockdown, like Stomp, like Ensnare. And Ensnare is ready. Going for the Lich once again. We got 2 coils, probably. No Chain Lightning to nuke, but the Lich is surrounded. No TP. Lin with the 1 coil. Locks him down. Surrounds him. And all of a sudden, the door to a successful Lin game is wide open. Okay. Expo 60%. Still not a guarantee.
Forces are under attack.
We go into bats. Lich kill early is massive. Not because it loses you a lot of resources or build time. No, but it takes you up the map. And map control on Northern Isles is clutch. Robe of the Magi, more damage, more mana. Going for the marketplace, big consumable. This up. This up. It's up. Wow. Did not expect. Dark Ranger. Necessary against the TC. Lin still has the TP. Lin still has the heal scroll. And he's trying. Yeah, I love that. Move to the north. Oh, I loved it for now. Now he's getting caught. To divert attention from that expo. TC fights his way out like a true Tauren does. Is there any fortifications? No. Farseer, next peon. TC, a bit behind enemy lines, but there's a speed scroll. That's it. That's it, though. Wow. Lin could have lost the game right here. But he salvaged it nicely. Problem is, how do you heal? Heal ward necessary immediately. This was also draining a bit of Coil Nova, but there's still more. That heal ward is a godsend. Stomp, DK, power forward. This is oftentimes a weakness in 1-2-0's play. But Lin, where is the bat? Where is anything that can help you? Sick timing push by 1-2-0. Only tier 2. No envenomed spears, no critical mass. He's aiming for the heroes again. That's the only chance he got. Wyvern gone, but where's the damage? Where is the damage? And where's the control? And where is the hope? Undead takeover. Lin has to take, like, he needs time. This was really greedy going in with 0 fortifications. At least the TC is healthy again. What are we going for? Shifted focus, a little bit on the ghouls, a little bit on the Dark Ranger. But nothing truly focused here. TC has no mana. Dark Ranger gets the coil. TC with an invuln. But now again, the next question. How do you salvage this? Dark Ranger falls, but is that the end of the world? He's trying so hard to keep these units alive. Level 2 on the Lich. He can eat units now. He can Nova now. More Wyvern coming in. It's not enough to kill the peons. You need to kill the building. And 1-2-0 thinks damage done. We need to region 2. And Lin, can I say he holds? I don't know.
Forces are under attack.
There were no statues anymore. So no regen in the fight. That's why he walks back. Now we got one. Dark Ranger back. We move on to Wyvern. Wyvern, bats, raiders. Follow-up push. 120 is on a timer. Diminishing return. On that expo, of course, and then... He's gonna lose him the expo, no? He's trying to catch reinforcements, that doesn't work. More skeletons, more ghouls, more production for Lin. He has a supply lead, but you gotta engage now. Off we go. That was a sweet bat detonate. Can he get another follow-up? That was just 1 out of 3. Can he get more? He needs to get more. And the damage output by Wyvern all of a sudden respectable. Takes out the second one. Level 4 on the TC. Nuke, alright. Where's the macro? You need more units, Lin. Level 4 on the Farseer as well. This tri-hero combo of Undead can deal with a lot. New bats. You can't morph any destroyers right now. They just die. Lin, Storm, soon. Was it on cooldown? Oh no, mana! Lich level 3 now. Invo potion as well. The game is hanging on by dire straits. Switching focuses away 2 statues without risking the Wyvern. Still very, very, very little repair. Lin is spending gold now. 120 also below 100. Every Nova could get rid of this mass Wyvern build. I don't think it was enough. I don't think it was enough. The statue's still there. And Lin realizes I can't face this tri-hero combo.
Players' forces are under attack.
Unholy Aura. This is the perfect item for Raider lane. More movement speed.
A player's force is under attack.
He's still going Wyvern. I love Wyvern. You know it. There's days where I talk about nothing else than Wyvern. But without envenomed spears, they're bad. They are.
A player's forces
At least we got shop control. Invuln spawn. Huh? Ah, there's a ward. TC on the way to 5. Scroll of the Beast gives the necessary damage. Thing is also, Lin, no attack upgrade, no armor upgrade. So Wyvern are of course fragile. 0 armor. And then whatever's focused is -4 armor. So armor upgrades are great, but you also need critical mass. And then damage upgrades are great. Interesting to see that Lin is not going Raiders. Maybe too late? Goes to 5 with DK. That's a gnarly situation. Lin cannot fight at 50 food. He's down a tier. He doesn't have his orb, envenomed spears, nothing. That's why he wanted that tier 2 expansion to work. But since I can't think back to a successful tier 2 orc expansion. Scroll of the Beast. Last ditch effort. 120 has a TP though. This could... Okay, detonate against the guard. The focus fire needs to be clutch. Invo potion against the silence. The stomp is alright. but you gotta move with these Wyvern, and if they move, they can't shoot. We need more bats. We need hero focus. He's going for the Lich again, but the coils are so perfect by 1-0 this entire series. Wyvern falling left and right. You just can't pressure that Lich. There's always a coil. Always, always, always a coil. Except now, maybe. Destroyers are ready for the dispel. Lich level 4. Frost armor, maybe. One more coil. Do we even have the damage? I don't think so. Wyvern getting nuked out of the sky. Another bat, and he frees himself. That Lich will live forever. Chain lightning. Last hope. Town portal was swapped before. And that is Lin dead, and 1-0 goes on to a 6-0 map streak. This... I really hope it's a challenge of Lin to, like, do the reverse sweep himself. But this Lich focus, man, I will rarely understand. You don't have attack upgrades. You don't have a critical mass of Wyvern. You don't have Envenomed Spears, which is usually the big part of the damage. And you don't have Hex versus the DK. Like, how can you hero focus? Like, I don't understand. Same in game 1. This looks like Foggy vs Happy ESL Cup days, where it took Foggy like 8 weeks to kill one Lich. It was an interesting strategic idea. Yeah. Is it though? Is it though? Like, Lin is trying to make this tier 2 expansion work for like 4 years. Maybe even longer. And I don't see it succeed. I don't. 1-0 countered it so hard. One to 0 disrupted it hard, so we can only judge it from the perspective of being harshly disrupted. Yeah, but that's the way to play against it. No? It was scouted, and then 1-0 adjusted. I struggle to see how this is supposed to work. The TC in general, like with the Shadow Hunter, different story. And if you want to go for hero focus, I think the Lich is the Shadow Hunter is a way better hero to do that. That also supports the Wyvern than the TC. I wonder if Lin had a change of mind mid-game to not go for Raider Lame. And then the TC was a bit obsolete. After you took the TC second, it was Garg play for sure, and he did nothing with it. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And again, I gotta point this out. 3 weeks ago, 1-0 was in a gigantic slump. Lost all high-profile games. And then he decided it's time to own nerds again. flipped the switch, and owned. He can just do that. Seems like the game is not up yet. I'm gonna queue an ad, get a jacket real quick. Man, Lynn. It's easy to say you gotta come up with some answers. But I feel like you were raising the wrong questions so far. There might be Infi Fly with Shark KK and 1-0 show match after. Ooh, lovely. The hope of all orcs always relies on Lin. So far, looks a bit hopeless. That reverse sweep kind of broke him. Then it fueled him. But it looks really rough. Not gonna lie. They take extensive breaks here today, between the two matches. Is there new food to advertise? I guess there is. Yum, 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 yum. Chinese broadcast colleague. Ah! Not eating on stream anymore. Yay! They got support. They get support. I don't know what he's pointing to. No games on Flow for 20 minutes. Oh no! Who's who? Left hand side, BBC. Right hand side, Magic Yang. I don't know her name though. But the tissue is out of her ear. That's good. War3 champion seems broken. Oh no! Kovacs, what did you do? Cannot join any games. Yo, no games since for 20 minutes. Did they say something? At Kovacs. TLC seems down. You aware? Okay! I informed our wonderful War3 champion staff. Not at home and not at the computer. Dang. That's bad. Okay. I don't know what this is about. And I don't know if there is a technician to fix it. Seems like... the team is aware, but unfortunately not available at the moment. We'll try to investigate as soon as possible. Huh, I don't know. If we get a fix then. The team is aware of the current technical difficulties, but unfortunately not available at the moment. We'll try to investigate as soon as possible. There we go. So at least I made them aware. That is something that's rather bad. Are they playing on Battle.net then? Do a Wordle. I think they're trying to host on Warcraft Champions. Yeah, that's a relatively classic Chinese thing to do. Try to brute force it. I see Tiesiok versus Labby on Flow TV now. I don't. matches. Last game still half an hour ago. Well, they advertise their food in the Chinese broadcast. Well, you know, maybe it fixes itself. Let's see. Toxie, would you be able to take a look? Or are you busy as well? Nope, no games at the moment. God damn it. It was a promising start. Maybe it's a good thing for Lynn, to be honest. To be able to reset after that 0-2. Man, if only we had a full-time employee, huh, who would also work on the weekends. That would be great. Wait. Slaughter, are you trolling? Northern Isles is up. No, Northern Isles was the last map. But, I mean, the Chinese broadcast is in the game. Let me put out a tweet as well. Well, if you have some time, grab a build order and put it on the build order page. WC3.no. Hey. We're trying. We're trying. So, oh, that is supposed to be a War 3 Champions tweet, not a Back to Warcraft tweet. Boom, boom. Okay, we just have to hope for the best. And what can we do? What can we do in the meantime? I mean, the only option we have is BattleNet, right? There's no Flow TV. God damn, we're so screwed without War 3 Champions. We gossip? Okay, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to gossip about? Lynn's personal life? He's doing great. Are the rumors true? Always. Just watch The Boy and the Heron. It's fantastic. I have not seen a movie since maybe The Joker. I think that was my last movie I saw. What about Rings of Power? I'm excited! Is Matt Rock your favorite player? Yes. Less Scooter, more Ghibli. You should never go less Scooter, dude. Are you a full-time streamer? Yes. So every support is much appreciated. Back to warcraft.com/support. Pizza? Oh, I would love pizza. Haven't had anything to eat today. Woke up, stream. I'll get... What do I have later? I don't know. Is it hot in Hamburg? I don't know. I'm inside. It's cold inside. I don't even know if the sun is shining. I think the sun is shining. But who can really tell? I mean, I could open the blinds, but I don't know. You both live in Hamburg? No, just me. Remo is living in Frankfurt-ish. Do we want to play Uther Party? Because I don't see a solution for this problem at the moment. If Kovacs is not around. They are doing BattleNet. Can I connect? Yeah, right? I should be. They are going BattleNet. Okay, okay, okay. Maybe we can join then. But what is possibly the game name? We'll see. Are they showing it? No. Infi and Fly are still on Worthy Champions. Just as I noticed, they started... How do you see that? Where do you see that? Infi still on Worthy Champions. Infi stream? But Infi is on Worthy Champions. Huh? Kova, are you on drugs? First you see that Labyrinth game, now you see BattleNet. Kova, are you alright? Oh, that wasn't you. I was watching Shin Kong. Ah. Huh? I can't open the... I can't open the link. What the... And I guess that wasn't you with the Labby game. Sorry about that. Colorful stream? Ooh, stressful! stressful, stressful, stressful. Is my browser rip? Oh, I see it, I see it, I see it. Shit, how do I head there now? Fast, 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 fast. Gotta restart. I gotta restart. I gotta go to Asian Battle.net. I think they restarted there too. Oh, it was Slaughter, not Cover. all good, Slaughter. I'm just joking. Okay, 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 okay. Yep, coming. Going there. On my way. There we go. Okay, I'm in. I have no clue if I'm lagging or not. I just got in. Last freaking second. I got in the ultimate last second. Woo! We got a game, everybody. It's time for map 3. 1-0 taking 2 maps in a row. That was... I'm sweating bricks here, guys. Lynn is asking about the ping, I guess. Hopefully that's alright. 60-80. Timeout. Ay, ay, ay. Regame. Okay. Dong. Game name doesn't exist. Mods, can you pin a message that War3 Champions is down? That would be great. We're in a game again. Yeah, on Battle.net you can't select the server. So sometimes it randomly hosts a server that you don't even want. Okay, it's all stalling. It's all stalling so we can play more ads. And the game is running. Hopefully this time it works. Thank you for staying with me. Us. Let's check if there's any complaints here. Looks good. So far. Well, 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 well then. After a long time of waiting, we are in game 3. 1-0, Lynn, game 3. 2 consecutive wins for 1-0 in a row. And we'll see if Lynn is able to bounce back. He has now lost 6 maps in a row versus 1-0 here in B Cup. We got red and blue, by the way. Still think red and yellow would be better, but hey, whatever. Lynn fighting for survival here, and yeah, this is now hard to estimate. Was this break good for him? Because he could like reset his mind? Or was he overthinking things? You know, you're down 0-2, you feel like shit. You just want to play the next game to improve. And then you can't. It is a Farseer. It is a fast tech. It is Wyvern once again. To me, an indicator that Lin doesn't feel ultra comfortable. Wyvern always the easiest choice, but he could still follow it up with the barracks. He has followed it up with barracks before. And that's exactly what it is. 1-0 with ghouls again. Not aggressive. He saw that it's a Farseer and you don't want to play aggressive against the Farseer as you meet your enemy in the middle. Takes the turtle camp away. Red looks damn good, I gotta say. So, is Lin stubborn and he's trying to expand again on a map where expanding is rather easy early? Or are you trying other timings like tier 3 and fight and lame with bats, etc.? Angelica, thank you, thank you, thank you. Is this becoming a daily thing between us now? Thank you very much. I, once again, hope you had a fun, wonderful journey through the Warcraft 3 campaign. Once again, we are here, broadcasting the best Warcraft on the planet. You're coming at a perfect moment, because we had half an hour of downtime due to technical difficulties, and now we're back with one of the strongest undeads against one of the strongest orcs. So far, oh, thank you so much. So far, the undead look damn good, but maybe it's time for the horde to turn it around. Are you enjoying the campaign still? Are you having fun? Because, in my opinion, it's one of the greatest campaign missions ever done. Lin in for the last hit. Got level 2 already. Is not using his chain lightning here. Putting some pressure on the ghoul and gets it. Interesting decision making to use the chain lightning for the ghoul, but not for the big creep. And now headhunters are trickling in. Oh, 1-0. He got that surround. He got the wolves and that gives him level 3. Always a power spike in every multiplayer game of Warcraft 3. Level 3 updates, upgrades. Your primary spell to level 2 then it becomes a lot stronger. Yeah, I enjoyed a lot. Today was the last mission for Night Elves, and now it's the Frozen Throne. Oh, the epic ending! Oh man. You are in for a treat with the Frozen Throne, especially the bonus mission. You are making progress. On hard, right? Not bad, not bad, not bad. As we are unfolding our tier 2 techs. Lin got more XP than before, was a little unlucky with the items. Can hide twice, this is not his primary... what's it called? Primary stat. The slippers don't help too much. And the DK slipped away for level 3. No chain lightning available! He came a little bit too early. I know that feel. And couldn't get the Mauler. Item? Not on the ground anymore, he can steal more mana now. Twice with the charges.
A player's forces are under attack.
And it's a Shadowhunter. Okay. This is definitely a switch up by Lin. We're not going TC. We're not going for a second base. This is as standard as you can play at the moment after 2 more or less experimental attempts. But you can see at the score that these experiments didn't necessarily work too well. So 1-0 with the... With the Dark Ranger? This is not what you want to play. You want to play Lich. He's opting for tempo. He's going for a crazy push. And maybe it does work out? But Dark Ranger, as good as she is against Headhunters, is really not good versus Wyvern. That's why you want a Lich. That's why you want an Alchemist third.
A player's forces are under attack.
But you can claim a bit of map control when it comes to creeps. But yeah, we creeping. And 1-0 either shows me a way that this works. Maybe with silence against the Shadow Hunter so he can't cast his healing. Or silence against the Farseer so he can't cast his Chain Lightning. Is it an arms race for high levels then? There's only one unit that can attack air units at the moment, and that's the Dark Ranger. But her big impact is you attack units with Black Arrow and they turn to skeletons when they die, but that doesn't go for air units because for some reason air units don't have corpses. I think they should just fall on the ground, but who am I? Yeah, 1-0. That was a mistake. And this is so far, 8 minutes in, the best approach by Lin to this game. But we all know that undead heroes are becoming strong in the late game. But then with the Dark Ranger out, Lin shouldn't go TC. He could just go 2 heroes. And queue in another Wyvern. Not the perfect moment to fight yet. And Venom Spears isn't out yet. 50 food is not reached yet. But do you want to give 1-0 the red spot? Apparently you do. So we take another, we take the lab. Little bit of an exclamation mark. If I want 2-0 to take that camp away. So yeah, I do have the Dark Ranger, but I can still contest you, no problem. Shadow Hunter gets more mana, that's always good. Whoa, takes the null camp away as well. That was a juicy part of the map for the undead here, and it is an arms race. But we got double level 3, we got the Bat Riders in. Lin knows exactly what 1-2-0 is doing. And now we fight. We got a Lich. Orb is on the DK. One Gargoyle in. Bat looking fine. Destroyer catches a coil. And this Gargoyle is doing a little more than it should. Also the ground belongs to 1-2-0 with the ghouls. There's nothing except the heroes on the ground.
A player's forces are under attack.
But okay. Dust settles. Items certainly a bit better for 1-2-0. And he just wants to brawl again. With the statues, he's getting constant influx of mana and HP. Lin needs level 4. And he might be able to get it. Looked like 1-2-0 is looking away for a second. Wyvern moved to the side. Dark Ranger can reach, but not kill. But the DK can with the help of an Orb of Corruption. First time this series 1-2-0 misses a coil. That wasn't the case in map 1 or map 2. And now we'll see where things are going. Boom, statue down. Lin is owning this fight. And that's what you get when there's a Dark Ranger. Sergeant Ansi, thank you for the sub. Ooh, Lin, this is the best you look this series. Gets the red spot up top for the biggest item on the map and a great chunk of XP. Level 2 Hex, not necessarily the best. And we get upgrades. We talked about how important these attack upgrades are for Wyvern on map 2, where they did nothing, really. Now we get bats in, we get raiders in for even more control. And we got the Ancient Django. Another reason not to go TC. You get more movement speed and attack speed, which is great for Wyvern. And now we try to expand. Staying at 50, harassing 1-2-0 in the main. I don't know if he saw it actually. There was quite some vision here, wasn't it? And off we go. One Acolyte down. 2 acolytes down. This is perfect. This 1-2-0's gotta respond. He gotta get home. He gotta spend resources on towers. And all in the meantime, we establish an expansion. Lin, you don't want to brawl here. Half your army is not with you. You got a safe spot though. And another kill. Oh, this goes into 1-2-0's resources heavily. 1-2-0 knows now. So level 3 Lich for level 2 Nova for AoE against the Wyvern.
A player's forces are under attack.
And I love that Lin is adding raiders early. You need the control. You cannot allow the undead to just snipe your Wyvern. You need to lock it down.
A player's forces are under attack.
No more heal wave. Don't want to use a heal scroll for just the hero, and now the ancient Django comes into the mix. Lin not expanding. At the moment, it's more or less a psychological threat. One to zero might be thinking that there is an expo, but there isn't. And he snipes one acolyte after the next. That's the critical mass we're talking about. Now he's building a second tower. You really want to hold on to this tower, then you can go for a tiny Great Hall. But I think that ship has sailed. 1-0, 2 armor upgrades already. The third one will make it so Lin can't use Bat Riders anymore without a significant economical lead. This seems a bit off. Lin is filthy rich. Use the bats while you may. Town portal, nuke Shadowhunter. Ooh, needed. Did he need that heal scroll? That was expensive. It's too many towers, I think. Always 1-0 maneuvering around and finding the way out. Only playing with 4 acolytes. Then again, shop control. Leaves the invul potion in. That is an interesting choice. When are you spending your gold?
A town is under forces are under attack.
Yes, it's time soon. Tough spot to be in for Lin. He's doing damage. He's making progress. Nice acolyte save into a shade, by the way. So you don't want to go into mass destroyers. Taking that slaughterhouse away is good. Buying more time. There's a lot more time. Buildings build. Buildings get erected. Very slow in Warcraft 3. 1-0 close to 5. It's no alchemist though. Gotta remember, everything you've seen in the past couple of months was always Wyvern against Tri-Hero with an alchemist. So greedy? Yeah, 100%. 100%.
player's forces are under attack.
$63 supply. There's quite some consumables on 120 though. No 0-3. How many bats we got? 2. This should only lead to like 1 kill. Tower finishes. A great anchor. Oh, that destroyer was on this spell, so he was left behind. We're taking that fight. Okay, I'm not too sure about it. The Wyvern focus fire is split, which is never good. Waiting for more Wyvern reinforcements. Lyn is getting dragged out of tower range. This can't happen. But of course, it's between a rock and a hard place. Nova hits so hard. And the coil is always there. 16 food lead. Not a good engagement for Lyn at all. Heal ward should be cancelled soon, and it is, with an easy dispel. But we can focus now. The focus fire is a million times better. Not sending Wyvern back individually. Lost him a bit of damage, lost him a bit of focus. Still able to get in. Where are the heal waves? Where are the heal waves? Lyn not using the Shadow Hunter. What's he waiting for? What's he waiting for? I don't know what it is, man. This could have been so much more healing. Still, 120 is losing absurd amounts of destroyers. So it might work out in the end. It should work out in the end. It will possibly be working out in the end. Hex just a tiny bit too late before the potion could be used. Now the Wyvern split is looking a million times better. No mana for a coil. Everything that gets focused dies. And that is 120 in shambles, and that is the 6-0 map streak. Finally gone. GG. Lyn, whew, struggling a little bit there, I gotta say. But he got the W. He got the W. And the 2 and the 1. He had to fight hard for it, and he had to lame hard for it. And it finally worked. This would have probably worked on Tide Hunters as well. But he decided to go for a different strat. Yeah, better. Still not the end all be all, I would say. If 120 is in a better position to intercept the first Wyvern harass and he's not losing 2 acolytes, that's way better. And then he doesn't fall behind that much. I don't know. Having a hard time seeing why this game was lost. Why, Leon? Ah, okay. So next map is Hammerfall. Another map where Wyvern are really good. Sorry about that. Still spreading the word. Where's the Early down. Okay, 1-0. 1-2. Yeah, that Dark Ranger pick was, of course, like, with an Alchemist? With an Alchemist? Does 1-0 still win this? I think so. I think so. But yeah, he got fooled into this Dark Ranger, and then he had a hell of a time. Then it's obviously great. We have a little bit of a break, like 4 minutes or so. Warcraft Champions was down and I was busy losing my MMR with Undead off stream. You poor soul. You poor soul. So of course we're waiting for the go from the organizers. But Old Korean, let's go, dude. 10 euros. Lin Cinema. He is definitely coming up with some very, very nice solutions here. At least last game. So he played standard. This seemed to be the key moment in the game, right? Can you fool 1-0 into an imperfect first hero or not? Second hero, sorry. Okay, we got Lin ready. We got 1-0 ready. No, we got... Wait, is that 1-0? No. We got Lin ready. We got the observers ready. We're waiting for 1-0 to give us the go. They're spamming 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. Maybe he's just feeding the cat. We got the go. Hammerfall it is. So I would be very surprised to see anything but Wyvern from Lin this game. But it's also so obvious, and it feels like in this matchup, especially as an orc, you can't do the obvious anymore. This needs some mental gymnastics now by Lin to make this work. Or you go into a different strat. But that oftentimes didn't work. I don't know. I don't know. Lin is dictating these games. Lin tells what to zero or what to do. Faster again. It seems so obvious. So since it's so obvious that Eer is so good on this map, should you fake Eer and go into Headhunters? Because I don't think 1-0 will fall into the Dark Ranger trap again. That's a lot of Blight. True, a lot of regen. Thankfully, you don't get movement speed on Blight as you do get on that StarCraft thing. What's it called there? Creep? Yeah, I can't call it creep. So this seems to be the build. Farseer, Tech, Rex.
Players' forces are under attack.
They would be excessive. I mean, from my ladder experience, I could use a little movement speed. Yeah, Lin is playing pretty much a carbon copy of what he played on Tidehunters. Same build, same hero, even the same creep route towards the turtle. But maybe I should also toggle formation movement off finally after 22 years. That would help as well.
A player's force is under attack.
Love how 1-0 is controlling the Farseer. So very little damage can be done to these poisoned wolves. He's getting vision. And he's aiming for a last hit, trying to drain some coils. Does it now? But it's... the majority of the damage is on the skeletons and they're being denied as well. Damn, 1-0. That is some fine Warcraft. If Lin brings this back... 1-0 is usually not a player who's affected mentally. He might tap out of games very soon in some moments. But it doesn't really deter him when a series for 2 maps doesn't go his way. As we've seen at the beginning of the week in the quarterfinal, where it was a reverse sweep. Coil always secures the kill, that's the problem. Needs to do some damage on the DK. It's quite interesting how he's not attacking the DK at all. A lot of orcs play this differently. Ooh, Headhunter's caught. Not good. Not good. Oh, this bad. Headhunter down already. Tier 3 cute. Shadowhunter again. Yeah, these end snares, man. Starbuck can sing a song about that. Do you think Starbuck is a good singer? I don't think so. I think it's horrible. It's like... scratching a
player's forces are under attack.
Like a screeching needle on a blackboard. Whiteboard? Wow, supremacist much? We're old here. For us, it was blackboards. You wrote on that with chalk. Chalkboard. Yes. Whiteboard. How old are you? 25? We got a Wand of Mana Stealing here, which is helpful. The situation forces Lin to go into heal wave first, so he can't control the DK well. And yeah, 1-0 is not going Dark Ranger. Like, that was obvious. That's the obvious adjustment. And now I want to see Lin react. Yes, he is doing what we kind of were hoping for. Since there's no Dark Ranger, we have a token Wyvern to creep with, as the damage is so good always. It forces 1-0 to go into a Lich. And then you go tier 3 Headhunters as well as TC. Yes! This is how it's supposed to be played. I think this is the only way Orcs can do anything at the moment. Invul Potion, nice to have. The Kodo edition is interesting. This is a very good moment for 1-0 to fight though. The Berserker upgrade isn't done. HP of Headhunters is low, and so Coil Nova decimates them. And this is the second time this happened. First the End Snare at the creep spot, now this. A bit too greedy, maybe. Ooh, 1-0 wants to brawl. Hex, last hit. Is this forcing a town portal? Ghouls are coming from the left-hand side, setting up a flank. TC has Stomp, gets it. With this hurt Shadowhunter, not level 3, far away from 3, do you really want to fight? Invul Potion is on the Farseer, not on the Shadowhunter. What a wonky fight this is. Kodos go yum yum. But it's an age-old problem that the ghouls are so oppressive on the ground. Invul Potion traded. Here comes the Stomp. The range heroes nicely in the back. It's only focusing on ghouls to kind of creep the undead. But losing a Kodo for it, as there's again no mana for healing. Shadowhunter, you gotta get out there. Lin, you lost everything in this fight. Oh my god. That was really unnecessary. I mean, you can get triggered by the End Snare. You can lose a bit of faith with the over the lap situation. But that is very un-Lin-like. Unfortunately. That is very un-Lin-like. So now he needs to do what he did at the beginning of the week, and that is win 3 maps in a row versus 1-2-0. That was so careless. Which is, yeah, this is not what we're used to seeing from the War Chief. So, is it another tournament that has 2 undeads in the top 3 right after WAL? It is very tough. It's like, if 1-0, like, this wasn't even, wasn't a great game by 1-0. He played the early well. But it's not like he was dominant or something. Top 4 might be the end of the road for Lin. He needs some War Chief magic now. And it's Turtle Rock. This can be a Blade Master map. I don't understand why he moved the Headhunters the way he moved them. Too aggressive at the Makrura. Too aggressive at the lab. And then, yeah, this bottom left-hand side was whatever that was. Do we still have hope? Do we still have hope? And do we have a pinned comment about Warcraft Champions? Lazy mod. Whew, okay, we're in the game. Casters are joining. Players are here. It is noticeable that Lin is getting increasingly frustrated with this matchup. This is always the case. Like, at some, like, he's trying and trying and trying and trying, and at some points, just, I tried everything. He had similar vibes versus Night Elf at one point. I really hope this is not the case here. Because it's like, there's some easy things to fix, right? Pray, pray, pray to the gods that Lin turns this around now. At least he broke the streak of 1-0 winning maps against him. Now he's got to break that strategy. You need the Lin perfect execution. 3 in a row, Lin. You did it before. This week, it's not impossible. Is it a Blade Master? Or is it a Fast? In the decider versus 1-0 earlier this week, he played Farseer and he got whooped. So is it the same this time? Farseer again. Do you agree with this, chat? Same strategy or similar strategy 4 times? Not the same, but Farseer onto a rock. It's better than Blade. Please Lin creep first. Stealing creeps away from 1-0 is uncanny. It's about delay, and usually it's about pressuring the DK, which Lin is not doing at all. So I'm very confused. If you see an opportunity to get a ghoul, you go for the ghoul. But Lin is focusing a lot on skeletons, and I don't know if that's great. But he's trying it again. He's not creeping. This is what people did against Happy. Oh, it works! I was about to say at some point it's gotta work, but it never does. But now it does. Ooh, this big. This prevents 1-0 level 2.
The town is under siege.
And now what? Okay, this is exactly what Lin needed. This is exactly what Lin needed.
A player's forces are under attack.
Can he get another? Can he get another? No, not this time. That would have been too crazy. But we believe, chat. Another coil drain. That's the entire mana gone.
Are under attack.
And the ghoul's hurt. This is one of the best Farseer openings, I gotta say. 1-0 creeping at the same time. But that took a lot longer. He got the item though. That is correct, chat. Mental, always nice.
Player's forces are under attack.
And Lin this time, no shenanigans, we go into double WC3 immediately. No trying to fool around. And this time, we do have the Wyvern with the Shadow Hunter. So maybe the first real quote-unquote Wyvern game. Where 1-0 knows that he has to go Lich, Alchemist, where Lin is just pushing through.
A player's forces are under attack. The town is under siege.
And is 1-0 already. Ooh, this is a nice ziggurat. Love it. Did Lin do enough already? I'm not convinced. Many ways to play the Shadow Hunter second. Creep manipulation or hero focus. Oh, going to the orange. And then with fortification like this, because this ziggurat covers basically the, like, half the screen. How do you do damage to 1-0? The hell?
A player's forces are under attack.
What? Flute, good for destroyers. He would love to have some survivability or mana, obviously, I think. So Lin is creeping the left-hand side, excluding the red spot. Double claw and mantle. Faster damage beast.
A player's forces are under attack.
And yeah, he plays it straight up. He plays it straight up. And it's a creeping game. Usually, undeads are ahead then. We're also quite far away from level 3, but with the next turtle camp, we shall get there. Scroll of the Beast, amazing. Upgrades kicking in. Are we look? He can't be looking for a fight. No. You have the Wyvern damage advantage until the destroyers are out. This is a good timing. Yep. And the big mana potion. This time the greed pays off. For now. But the Shadow Hunter is hurt. Heal wave. Oh, snatches the one with the coil. Deny! But the bat lives? Ha! What? I did not know this. Now it doesn't live anymore. He's going on the DK. There's no TP. There's no Invul Potion. This is a bit radical. Ooh, the statues have to do an amazing job. 1-0 can't go to the tavern for the alchemist. This seems to be the goal right now. Someone clip that? Clip it yourself! It's easy! But now, tavern control 1-0. Alchemist out. And this is obvious. This is so obvious. But he doesn't want to continue fighting without level 2 heal wave. Alchemist doesn't have a ring of protection. This could be a target. No defend upgrade either. Farseer begging for Coil Nova, but every Coil Nova that ends up on heroes will not end up on units. This is getting stubborn. Hero focus all the way. This time no Dark Ritual. As I said, Alchemist, yeah, so squishy when a lot of damage hits him when there's no extra armor. And again we raise the question, is that enough? It secured the turtle. Big consumable. Very good, because 2 consumables have been used in that fight. And it's another big heal potion. You can't ask for better items than what Lin got here. And with that, we go again. 1-0 got the same. Lots of magic juice to work with. No alchemist this time. The destroyers could fall. Focus. Oh, sick Nova though, slowing everything down. Shifting the focus once again. Unholy Aura, so good. And Alchemist is back, and with that is Acid Bomb. He's Was trying, I think, to drain the big mana potion, but man, Lin blasted through the big mana again. And now what? Raider transition. I feel like Lin is wasting a lot of opportunity. It's only getting better from here for 1-0. Lin is not scaling well anymore, and he knows it. Attack into the base, but yeah, there should be static defense, and there is no... Oh, there is mana for chain lightning, but it's only level 1. He's going on to Ziggurats to keep him supply block at 50. This will definitely cost the TP. He's getting nuked into oblivion if not, but the heal wave was nice. And he's taking everything at home. But... for what?
A player's forces are under attack.
Ooh, nice HP and armor on the alchemist with that find. Lin on the right hand side, HP on the shadowed. Lin has the entire north to him. Level 2 chain lightning, increasing number of bats. This time he's not as greedy as he was before, as he can't lame as much as he did before. And 1-0 feels like he's ready for a fight. The big mana potion, he was able to hold on to it when Lin wasn't.
Forces are under attack.
Tournament life on the line for $6,800. Also, chat, why are you so many whining bitches today? Is that all the 4-on-4 players coming in that aren't able to play? Because that's what it feels like. Creep Jack. Town portal immediately. Getting the ogre. Getting the item, and it's Katka's pipe! The dream! I don't know if you can win against that. It's hard already without extra mana regen. And things are not getting better.
A player's forces are under
Expansion up for 1-0. This is obvious. And the shade, man. Lin has somehow a personal weakness against shades. Never scouting for them. Didn't see them coming. Where is the hope? Flute, pipe, invul, mana, TP.
A player's forces are under attack.
This is so brutal. Focus fire again, but there was no chain lightning anymore. Dark Ritual too. Okay, if you want some stability, you could have gotten Frost Armor, but not the play. Yeah, and now the mana regen. Alchemist close to 3. Tiny Great Hall. Desperation by Lin. This has to work. Last ditch effort. On the back of the turtle. Instantly scouted. We played for over an hour. This is too much. It barely matters versus undead to have a flute. They have statues already. Do you know that statues benefit from the Brilliance Aura? So, while regening mana, they regen mana. Oh, the Deados! The Deados were good! Oh my god! All of a sudden! Now Chase, he doesn't have a speed scroll though for the follow-up. That was big damage! But now the kiting game begins. Oh man, I think a speed scroll could have ended the game. Maybe he cancel end the game. Another Destro Dead, level 5. Here comes the end snare. This is why you need Raiders. Lyn all of a sudden exploding. One more destroyer saved to the side. Lich in trouble. Lots of mana though. He still has that potion. He's going for the hero. He doesn't care. Chain lightning. He out damages the coil cooldown. GG. Lyn back. Lyn back. And we got a series. Straight up. No shenanigans. No trickery with the headhunters. Like, you know what? Let's battle it out. Let's battle it the F out. But that moment, the one moment where 120 wasn't careful enough during the kiting game. Lyn did all the right moves at the right time. The sickest bad riders. That was outstanding. The third upgrade wasn't there. The one piece of the puzzle that was missing. The third armor upgrade for the air units. But Lyn, like an angry kid, went to the table, took the almost finished puzzle into both hands and smashed it on the ground. Many of you will be able to relate. And we got a series. I had no hope anymore, to be honest. I thought it's over. I thought he got this. I thought 120 got this. But never rule out Lyn. Never. Good to see. Very, very, very good to see. Now do it twice more. Neo completely missed or didn't mention the fact that Lyn had 15 food plus. That's rather normal in this matchup. But then it's oftentimes the undead, Kolnova, 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 and then all of a sudden it's not plus 15 food anymore, and then everybody's crying how overpowered Kolnova is. And Raiders stop the kiting. Exactly, fire Yoshi. Raiders stop the kiting. Something that Focus will never learn in his life. But Raiders stop the kiting. And we go into another extended break. 5 minutes. Beginner question. Why doesn't 1-0 go Fiends? Isn't it the counter to Eer? In general, you're totally correct. With web, Fiends are incredible. In this specific case, though, Fiends are rather slow. So, how do I put this? If there's enough Wyvern in the air, they do enough damage to one-shot a Fiend, and you can't do anything about it, except if you have high armor upgrades super duper late in the game. And Fiends are rather slow, and if there's a Torrent Chieftain with Stomp, and a Shadow Hunter with Hex, and maybe even Ensnare, they can't move anywhere. So you gotta kite pretty much perfectly with them, and even then, Chain Lightning, Stomp, and Wyvern Focus just rip them apart. So you rather go into Gargs and Destroyers. With that, there's no TC against you, and you just trade more efficiently because Bat Riders are very, 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 very expensive. So Fiends, we tried, we've seen it, they don't work. Forget Fiends, Q Banshees, and Curse. You know, I wouldn't even hate that, man. I wouldn't even hate that. I think undead casters in general are underrated. Against Orc. Also against Blade Master. I never saw more than one Garg in the game. Is that normal, or did Lyn just do a good job blowing them up? So the more Gargs you build, the more targets there are for the bats. And if you only have one, you trade one bat for one Garg, and that's a favorable trade for the Garg. Except the XP, but Garg XP isn't that crazy. So you want a lot of Destroyers that do pretty much everything. And use the Gargs as sacrifices, basically. That's it. And with all that talking, I forgot to change the score. There we go. But I would never forget. Would never forget to send you into the game. We have another match point. If you don't want to miss any of the action, not have your gameplay interrupted by ads, check out backtowarcraft.com/support. It is September. Subs are cheaper this month. And also, if you have an Amazon Prime lying around, we gladly take it. Just like Lyn would gladly take map number 6. Don't Destros get hard counted by Wyvern? Pretty much. But then that's what the heroes are for. And then it's like a circle of counters, basically. Anyway, we got a freaking Blade Master. Let's go. We try it again. Lyn with momentum. He's starting to believe. Fishy, thank you for the sub. Also, the Andy Man can. I hope you do, bro. I hope. Blade Master attempt number 2. Number 1 was shut down by lousy items. I want game 7. You want game 7. Lyn wants game 7. I think the entire Chinese Warcraft 3 scene wants game 7. So let's get game 7. This time, we don't have a creeping Blade Master, we have a harassing Blade Master.
A player's force
Against the creeping Blade Master, 1-0 answered with a lot of ghouls. True, 1-0 probably doesn't want game 7. Yep. Every tiny bit of XP is big. Windwalk is about to run out. Oh, needs another Windwalk. Gets it though! That is huge! Honorable one. You are indeed an honorable one. Thank you for the sub. This is big because it delays 120's level 2. And level 2 is all you want. And this is annoying. You know you need dust now. That's 75 gold. And can he play around it this time? Yes, he does. Circlet picked up at the shop, but both items so far went to 120. Oh, the pump fakes! Isn't it beautiful how they play around each other? It is. And this did delay level 2, but only for a bit. Tech running. "33 seconds to creep that camp." Nice that you're paying attention. That's a long time for the smallest, one of the smallest camps on the map. Lin tier 2 already. But a lot of mana is gone. Can't go into Windwalk. There is a threat of being surrounded now, and he cannot have that. Why was I timed out for my wine, but the others can wine all day? Because now I had enough. There's an acolyte here. Okay, I thought for a second, is he going to tower? But no, it's just the scout acolyte. So, that Shadow Hunter will see. Whoopsie. What's going on here? And we still go into Wyvern.
Forces are under attack.
The ghoul oppression still noticeable. Wait, are we going red spot? Oh yeah, 1-0 reads Lin so well. Nice. Lin wants to draw out the Ogre Lord to here, where he can creep it conveniently. But with the skeleton here, the pull is prevented.
A player's forces are under attack.
And that ruins the mid game quite a bit. This is not good for Lin. Level 3 DK already. Super fast, and now he's going into Fiends. Interesting. Now that he's not facing wolves. This is not good at all. This is a disaster for Lin.
A player's forces are under attack.
A Heron! Legend! 45 months, thank you. Lin has to fix this somehow with, I don't know, 2 times Boots of Kel'Thalas and 5 crits in a row. Eight armor on the DK doesn't help him either. At least he got some freedom to creep now. And his creep speed greater 1-0's creep speed, but Lin had his eyes on the prize of the red spot, and now 1-0 takes it. This is how it's done. Quite problematic. Sobi mask. Okay, Sobi mask also good. Great master riding. This time with the TC. Can the TC stop the fiends? There is so far only one. Stay at 52.8. If only this camp would be available, huh? But he can go to the turtles. 2 red spots for 120. 1 red spot pull in. Is that enough?
A player's forces are
very early defense upgrade. I like. Ooh, this clash I don't like. Lin needs experience though, desperately. And he does. Because 120 takes a little pit stop. This Lich, man. Rope and mantle. Love that he distributes his rings. And now he jacks with the natural. Yeah. That kinda looks like.
Player's forces are under attack.
Silence first against others. Fiends are here to support the ghouls with web. Yeah, good old Dovak style. It was one of my favorite strategies in like 2010. Let's see if that works in 2024. Lin, creep jack, no TP. 120 only interested in the null overseer. Got it. More mana. Lin hesitant. Where to engage? What to engage? Going for the fiends immediately. There's a temple. He's going wild. Banshees. Oh my god. Okay. TC with a huge stomp. Blade Master laying in the damage. It's 50 food. Wyvern starting to fall. He's draining a couple of coils. The Dark Ranger is not looking too healthy anymore. Easy fix though. Kodo has eaten a fiend. Must stay alive. Heal wave is ready. Every fight is a fight for survival in this tournament. As one mob. Wow, that coil was so clutch. OMG. And now come Banshees. We talked about it. After the game on Turtle Rock. Show me, show me, show me. This is so much damage mitigation with no dispel. I think this is awesome. Want to shout out Remo for playing this for 9 years basically against Orc. I think also Qbert was advising this. We got crit too, but again the items for Lin are questionable. Banshee up. Yeah. And now what? He should probably go Mirror Image instead of Windwalk 2. That's the kill. Stomp on one fiend only. Okay, that's more or less the only anti-air TC. Silence doesn't catch the Shadow Hunter, so the cow is alive, but for how long? Olin in the middle of nowhere. Stomp to escape. Dark Ranger, ultra long range. Steffi Curry through the forest. This is a disaster. Lin still at 50 food. The question is for how long? You need that hero back. You need to keep the SH alive. Silence! I kill you with a coil, of course. Inches away from the shop with the invul potion. Maybe not even ready. And now all the pressure on the shoulders of the Blade Master. He's all by himself. Misses the crit. Oh, come on. And we do have mirror image against the curse. Going for the lich. This needs to work. Desperation, but there's always a coil. 1 versus 3 with the statues, with the Nova. He's trying to block with the illusion. Man, Lin is seriously trying everything that he could possibly do. But it is not enough. And now he's stranded there without a TP. This is horrible now. The supply lead is still with Lin. Of course. But it's 4-3-2 now.
Players' forces are under attack.
And 2 hero kills. Banshees are not getting weaker. Crazy that Lin is still in the game.
A town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
Spirit Tower upgrade ready. Harass potential minimal. Double pendant of energy. Nice. Involts absolutely necessary. Both get him. Both back at 50. 0 attack or armor upgrades for 1-0. We're working on 1-1. Oh, Lin wants this bad. Hero levels are pretty even, with a small advantage on 1-0 everywhere. Oh, web. Aye, big loss. Very sweet play by 1-0. And again, the shade. If only you had a unit that could put anti-detection everywhere on the map. He doesn't notice. He does not notice. Shotgun. No tiny. No mana potion. Lin needs his Saint Sword. Dark Ranger 3. Lich close to 4. The damage mitigation in this army is superb. Curse 33%. Frost armor close to level 2. If he goes that way. His TC needs 3, but he can't get it. So you gotta take out the Banshees first. If you then switch to statues, then Fiend survive. This is so hard. This is so hard, man. Curse with Pitlow would be crazy good. Yep. It's kind of weird in strategy games. Sometimes you want to double down on some stuff like Coil Nova. Both is a nuke. So if you double down on stuff is good, but good coverage is also good. And you cover damage mitigation already with Frost Armor, 2 degree silence, and of course Curse. So you don't need more of that. And of course a Dark Ranger can attack air, while a Pit Lord cannot. Anti-magic shell against Envenomed Spears too. We talked about it earlier in the Human Undead series. The day 1-0 is finally adopting Banshees. Similar supply. long distance mining, shade scouting, everything. Here we go. The last fight of Lynn's tournament life, question mark. We do have silence. Breaking through soon. Wyvern being wept out of the air. Fiend micro looking good. 1-0 has been doing this against Nighthawk for a long time. Lich a bit exposed. Catches the coil. That opens up the way for the Fiends. 177 critical strike. 183. Okay, Lynn. He cooking. The Destroyer might be targeted next if he gets the range. Blade Master looking good. Dark Ranger does it. Oh my god. With the backstab. 44 supply, but now there's no silence no more. TC has so much mana. Can he make the Fiends disappear? He's going for the Lynch. 189, 144, 3 crits! Are you kidding me? This is surreal. DK level 5 has an Invo Potion, can pass it, does so. Statue's in trouble. The Fiends is standing there unaddressed the entire fight. There's so much damage. And Lyn has very little left but the heroes. But this is the strongest tri-hero combo in the game. Lyn doesn't see it that way. Gives it up and 1-0. 4-2. Goes into the lower bracket final up against Sock. And again, we got 2 undeads in the final 3. And 1-0 was the better player today. That was not peak Lyn. That was not peak Lyn. Especially early on in the series. Here's Bimbo. Thank you for the Prime. Someone in chat said Banshee, and oh boy, was he right. Remo plays it against Orc. I play it against Orc. The chatter was right. This looked so strong. Knopf chiming in, man, I missed the good old tier 2 expo with Farseer SH or Farseer TC. Bro, look the Northern Isles game. Tier 2 expo looked disastrous. But yes, Banshees versus Orc, Banshees versus Undead.